You know, there's something really concerning about the way this world, not even the world, the way that these movies, these kid movies are being directed and allowed to just be sent out into the airwaves. Why? I'm really angry right now, guys. I'm so angry. My 9-year-old, okay, I'm a mom of 4. I love children. I'm a teacher. My 9-year-old was so excited to watch Zoey 102. She watched the entire season of Zoey 101. If you don't know, Zoey 101 is a series made by Nickelodeon, early 2000s. Zoey is played by Jamie Lynn Spears, Britney Spears' younger sister. Nickelodeon, old film, great kid show. Now, July 27th, 2023, Zoey 102 comes out, which takes the entire cast of Zoey 101 and fast forwards it a decade. So now they're all in their 20s. My 9-year-old was so excited to watch it. Mom, it's coming out on Paramount Plus. Zoey 102 is coming out. A little bit ago, I said, okay, we're going to put it on. I actually paid for Paramount Plus just to watch Zoey 102 with my daughter. We cut it on. We're all getting ready for it. Now, when you first cut it on, you know, it has like a young adult vibe to it. Not kid. It's not really kiddish when it comes on. So me and my daughter are still looking at it. Now, so as the movie continues, and it's like we're like 2 minutes in, you see Zoey is getting asked, she's getting proposed to, and she says no. And then a whole plethora of things happen after that. Cake falls, liquor or the wine pop thing flies in the air. So that just shows complete rejection of marriage. Okay, that's one thing. Number 2 is after that you see it's a lot of half naked young adults in the movie, and it's they're sitting in the grass and they're kind of portraying a movie cut, and they're like half naked. That's 2. My daughter at this point was like, what's this? Is this Zoey 101? I'm like, yeah, it's Zoey 101 or 2. We had to like check and see because it was like I said, it's not kiddish at all. And then they begin to talk about the S word. They talk about sex and sexy, and I'm like, huh? Wait, what? And my eyes get big, like. But you know, I'm letting it slide. I'm like, all right, that's just one thing. We'll keep watching. Then a couple minutes later, the movie continues while all these people are in a break room, and Zoe's the only female in the break room, a bunch of guys, and then one of the guys says, "This is some freaky bleep shit word." At this point, I'm over the top yelling at the TV. Are you serious? It's a flipping kid movie. Not even a minute later, that same scene, one of the things in the movie, and mind you, me, my 9-year-old are watching this. One of the men were like, something, 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 or you can kiss my tiny white bleep. And I cut it off. I could not take anymore. I really want to know. I want to know, for one, did Nickelodeon have any say? Because this is gonna go back to Zoey 101. This is gonna affect all the ones who used to watch 101, and they're gonna this is gonna make their ratings go down. I know for a fact. I cut it off with a quickness. Like, that's not cool. My 9-year-old was so excited to watch that, and here I am getting mad because it's not even 10 minutes in the movie, and it's already 3 explicit words being said. Scenes of half-naked people across the screen. It's not cool. It's not cool at all. The movie is directed by Nancy Hauer. On, what's it called? ReadySteadyCut.com. It says that while the Nickelodeon Zoey 101 series was appropriate for the younger ages, The movie is PG, rated PG, which is parental guidance, and it may not be appropriate for 7 and 9-year-olds, but the 10 to 14-year-olds, they may be able to handle it. But definitely not the younger generation that used to watch Zoey 101. You think? And if you're like me, you're a concerned parent, and you don't want your child watching things like this, I'm letting you know now, Zoey 102 is not what you want to let your child watch. Now, Zoey 102 isn't the only movie that has done this. It's a couple movies that were out when we were children, that have been turned into these modernized movies, and that are no longer good for children. They portray evil. They portray sexual things. They curse. They're inappropriate. A lot of us, when we were younger, watched the 101 Dalmatians, and we saw Cruella de Vil in it. While she was the villain, it wasn't anything that was like super, super horrible. But now, 2021, you have Cruella as the movie coming out in 2021, and it's PG-13. So, which means that children 13 and up have to watch it. So the younger kids that may have watched 101 Dalmatians probably wouldn't be so enthused or even allowed to watch Cruella. You have, some of you boy moms out there, Sonic. I used to play Sonic when I was a kid. I grew up in the 90s. But now my kids watch Sonic, and when my 3-year-old watched it when it came out a couple years ago, it's just a few curse words, here and there. That's how they just sneak it in here and there. And I'm looking like, are you serious? A freaking cursing hedgehog. Wow. It doesn't matter if it's minimal. I don't want my 4-year-old thinking that Sonic can curse now, thinking it's normal. Because I'm that kind of parent. I'm not going to normalize that. I'm not. It is a show made for children. How do you feel the need to curse? Why? What else? What other movies that were made for children? Oh, and they've also made a horror movie out of Bambi. It's called Bambi the Reckoning. Bambi basically is a killer deer. We also have Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Yeah. All I really gotta say is watch what your children watch. Monitor what your children watch. Don't think just because it's a new movie out and it has Winnie the Pooh in it that it's okay. Check everything. I'm glad I was there to watch Zoey 102 with her and didn't just say, hey, go ahead and watch it. Although my child is very honest, and she would have been like, Mommy, this was not right. This was not appropriate for me. She's very honest. God bless her. But I'm just glad I was there to watch it with her. Monitor what your babies are watching. I don't care how old they are. I don't. Children are very impressionable. And they repeat, and the younger they are, they repeat everything. So don't just set them in front of a TV and think it's okay because the movie they're watching has an old Disney name or it's made by Disney. That don't mean anything, okay? Because Disney these days ain't so good themselves. Okay. So, monitor what they watch. I just want to come in here and tell you about Zoey 102. How it is not appropriate for children. And when I find something else, I will come on here and say it again. Because that really upset me. And I feel like they could do better. They could do better. They know they're gonna have fans want to watch Zoey 102 that watch Zoey 101. Why start the movie off with half naked 20-year-olds running around? Like, come on. So, teach his own. But if you're like me, then hopefully you take this advice and research it yourself. Research yourself. And you make the best decision for your child because you're the mom and you're the dad. And God gave you those children for a short time. So train them up. Train them up in the ways of the Lord. Do right by them. We only have our children for a short time. Fill their minds with things that are good and right and pure.